All right, YouTube. This time we're coming to you with something really weird, really special. So, for the last 3 years, we've been trying to record content. We just haven't been doing a very good job of getting it on YouTube. But right now, we're trying to work on that. We're trying to get better at that. And today's video is a lost auction footage from June 2020. So this is peak pandemic. The world in Texas had only been reopened for a few weeks. This was absolutely one of the first public things that I had done, and probably everyone at this auction had done since the shutdown during the pandemic. You'll see lots of masks. You'll see lots of kind of like weird behavior because we're just trying to figure out how to exist in the world again. And now we're trying to buy arcade games. So first up, this is the walkthrough. We're going to be trying to release these over the next couple of weeks. We've got all the parts of this auction were recorded. We're editing them now, and I think you're going to really like it. It's really, really unique content. You'll have to excuse some COVID-ness type behavior of us because we were still really early. We hadn't figured out anything. And it was intense. It was weird. I think we're all a little nervous, but I think it's going to be a really enjoyable watch. So let us know what you think in the comments and enjoy. All right, guys, welcome to the lowest quality free play auction video ever. We are kind of back, I guess. We're here in Texas where things aren't going so great. We are masked up. We're here at an auction, keeping our distance. We have, of course, shut down, just coming off of about a 3-month shutdown. And we're here not necessarily with our pockets full. I've got my personal credit card today, looking for maybe a couple cool buys. But in general, we're just trying to find smart choices, things that could help either free play or, go into my personal collection that would be great for the future. Some interesting auction items out here today. Gotta sit down, the Cockpit Missile Command, Tempest Cabaret, and lots of other kind of funky stuff. We're gonna do a quick walkthrough, go through the stuff, give you some bidding action. The truth is, we're doing our best with not our same videographers, same cameras, audio equipment's lesser. We're just going to try to get y'all as quality content as we can, given the kind of weird pandemic situation. So stick along, we'll do our best, and we appreciate y'all being back with us. All right, guys, so technically the auction is going to start in -2 minutes, but they got a big, huge line to get cards. They normally don't start until everyone has a bidder card. So we're going to try to do a super fast but informative walkthrough. We're going to start over here at some of the kind of coin machine part things and everything. We've got gumball machines with a cool little kind of pinball thing. We will not be buying it, but could be cool. And then we got parts, and people have talked to me and they said there's a lot of interesting parts here. This is a versus Alpine ski. That's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. You'd have to have an extra cabinet somehow. Oh, these are the skis actually. No, they're not in there. Oh, you got the poles and everything in there. Pretty cool set, pretty awesome. Looks like you got 4 boxes, 100 or so, more than 100, like 130 or 140 pounds of these cool cheap balls. Pretty nice. DK3 it says. Tons. Oh, it even has the plexi for the monitor. Trying not to touch too much stuff, but now I'm interested. Oh, it's got the control panel, but what you can see is this was out in the world and someone converted it to something else, so that's kind of sad. Donkey Kong 3 is a great game. Got a bunch of monitors. This is a big buck. Mostly new, mostly digital. Got a standard Donkey Kong here. That's cool. Galaga control panel. Various control panels. A huge box of trackballs. Normally most people don't actually work on these. They don't know how to fix the, it's normally just reflowing solder on the boards and making sure your sensors are working. So normally this is a pretty good buy. Unfortunately, we don't really have time to just go and repair 10 trackballs, and we don't really need it, but probably a good deal out there if you're trying to make some money here at the auction. More monitors. We've got, it says a Neo Geo 1 slot kit. It's got the original box, but it has, it's seen some rain or some water. Cool though. Cool to see the box. Got another one of these coin machine, gumball machine type situations. Old slot machine, technically illegal here in Texas, but that doesn't stop anyone. Kind of a cool small change machine. The truth is these wall-mounted change machines, it's obviously not updated for the newest bills. It'll probably sell for $10 or $15, but those right now, if you update the DBA, fix it up, you could actually make a decent amount of money. Some Wells Gardner flat panels. Mostly you saw those on like drivers racers. This looks like a beast. 30+ inch monitor. Barber chair. All right. F&Nets, of course, if you've seen our warehouse, you know that we do not need any of these. I'm trying to see if these are the 19 inches or the 17 inches. What's happened to a lot, and I actually believe these are the 17 or smaller inch monitors. You've seen people bringing these and acting like they're 19-inch monitors, brand new monitors that could actually go into a retro game, but they generally don't fit. We have some 19-inch monitors, but you know they have their own problems, all digital and everything. And then you've got some people who gave up on their vector projects. I don't blame them. 3 Tempest PCBs, so I'm gonna get this. James over here, who's here from Free Play, is going to fix all of them and get them right out. And then we're gonna go to the Space Duel. So that's cool. Got a 4-player Madden control panel. If anyone knows anything about anything, Madden control panels are worthless because they are not Blitz control panels with the joysticks that you actually want to play football in the arcades with. All right, we're gonna do a quick walkthrough on the cocktails. The mic isn't. All right. I might put the mic on my head later. Whoa. There's no way this is real. It's got to be emulated, right? Valley Midway Lazarian, really cool game. If you have been following along with me buying cocktails off the cuff, it has not ended well every time it's been emulated. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll see. I'll let y'all know. We've got this Miss Pack cocktail right here. Always cool. Always a good choice. Hold on, I'm going to try to adjust the mic and see if I can get it better placed. Is that more stable? All right, then we've got a Donkey Kong White, which is the right color. The Donkey Kong Jr. cocktails had the black, of course, but many of them got converted back to Donkey Kong, and they call those like the Darth Vader Donkey Kongs and stuff. Pretty cool. Asteroids Deluxe, cool if it turns on. Mr. Duo, of course. This looks like a universal cocktail. So, hey, this actually looks like the right cocktail. It might not have originally been a Mr. Duo. It might have just been one of the other Universal games, but looks pretty cool, and it's, of course, one of my favorite games, so who knows? Maybe we'll end up with it. Then we've got Kitty Rides. We can walk through. This is my favorite. A weird 90s jet ski type thing with stickers that they cleaned, but they didn't bother to get the Goo Gone or anything to actually clean it. Cool. Winnie the Pooh, probably still pretty high. Hey guys, this is a true off-the-cuff walkthrough, so I haven't gone through to verify that any of these games are real, and I'll work on that later. We've got a Miss Pack next to a Galaga. Both are playing. Oh, no. Miss Pack just flashed the 16:1 screen, so that one's not real. Maybe the Galaga's real. Got a Mars Cabaret in the last auction, and you know what? We tried to buy it last time, and we thought the price was pretty good, and just decided, but I think that's pretty obvious now that was a buyback. Next to a Tempest Cabaret, also in the last auction, I believe. Good looking monitor, but I think those are just owner buybacks. And I'm just going to conspiracy theory with y'all for a second. It's right next to this amazing Missile Command cockpit. Very few made. I'm going to guess these are the same owners. Next to a Journey. Journey, of course, one of the coolest, weirdest pieces of 80s arcade history. Normally has a tape deck inside, starts playing. We have one right now at Free Play Richardson. It came over from Free Play Arlington. Really, really cool game, but it's been emulated. It's on one of the main emulation PCBs, and I haven't investigated it. And honestly, I think Journey's a super cool piece of history. I don't think it's a game we're going to own a ton of because we already have one. Phoenix, great game. We have a couple in the collection, and we've only put it out once or twice, so it's, kind of a Galaga / Space Invader, like the transition from Space Invaders to Galaga. Galaxian maybe style. Joust looking pretty good. We'll check the board. Asteroids looking pretty good. We'll check the board. Trog in the wrong cabinet, but Trog is cool. It looks like a real conversion. At least they tried. I mean, you've got that bezel looks like it was actually like a conversion bezel. You've got the right marquee and everything, so nice. Amidar is a cool Stern game. It's a Konami release. Not really worth breaking the bank for. Would not be popular in Free Play. Next to a Battle Zone with the flat instead of the periscope. Looks cool, but looks also kind of haggard. So nice that it's working and turning on. Good looking players condition track and field next to it with an Invasion the Abductors. Turned off, not turning on. Bottom of the ninth. Looking rough. But a cool game. I mean, not something we should probably put out because I don't think it'd be appreciated by most, but really cool. Max Force, dedicated, cool. Mortal Kombat 2, dedicated, yeah, looks dedicated. Looks rough, definitely in the barn. If you come down here, you can check the coin door, see the rust and the mold and everything. With an Area 51 Conversion Primal Rage. You might know that we have a Conversion Primal Rage Area 51 at Free Play Richardson. So the cool thing about our Area 51 Primal Rage at Free Play Richardson, it's been working since day one, since we opened. And it was working so well, we never put in our Area 51 dedicated that we had queued there. It's now appeared at Fort Worth, Arlington, and even Denton. We've had various Area 51 dedicateds, but that Primal Rage lives on at Richardson, and it's kind of cool to see another one. Obviously, this is a barn. Look, you can see the wood at the bottom, just terrible. The Ikari 3, cool because it's got the hex kind of, or whatever, the eight-way joysticks. Really cool. I haven't seen it turn on. Looks like a nice kit though. Looks like a good dynamo cab, so maybe. Another track and field. Looks a little worse, but it's got, oh hey guys, come check this out. It has two of the old cheat protectors with the kind of lip on the buttons because people were using pencils and toothbrushes and all sorts of crazy stuff. They installed these to prevent people from cheating. Just kind of a fun piece of history. Kind of interesting that anyone ever cared, but I'm glad that those exist. Killer Instinct 2, booting to a monitor without sync. Game board's clearly not turning on, so not great. Dig Dug looks like the game's running with monitor collapse. Simpsons, we've seen this in a lot of auctions so far. Looks like the right joysticks, yeah. Wrong buttons, but those joysticks alone have some value. Generally, we've seen these weird kind of kits get bought up by like true bars that want to try to become barcades. They'll overpay for something like this. It's not in great shape. The monitor needs to be replaced. Got a ton of screen burn, but yeah, I mean, right joysticks, that's something. Stunt Cycle is not running back there, just screen burn. Asteroids with the Willis control panel. I think this was in another auction. Not turning on, but neat to see the Willis control panel. Got the Owl Eye coin door. All nice stuff. Got the Big Buck Hunter Pro. No guns, not turning on. A Bubble. Hey, that's kind of a rare PCB, but without it turning on, it's kind of maybe a Centipede cab or some Atari cab. If it turns on, that's something. So guys, I don't know if you've noticed, we're in a roller skating rink. So this is kind of obviously a new auction location. And we don't know what the power situation's like, but maybe these haven't been plugged in. Maybe they're not turning on. We don't know yet. Got the Bubble Bobble. Got the Tokyo Drift. It's a Fast and Furious Raw Thrills release that kind of sucks. This is a pretty good game. Time Crisis 4. It's got the Namco guns. Still has the tubes. It's got the gun sensors. It's a good game if it works. Ranger mission that has seen better days. Still has the DBA though, the dollar bill acceptor, so that's kind of nice. We love these Atomis waves obviously, but given how much screen burn we have, we've got Ranger mission and something else. Maybe you'll recognize it on the internet. Something probably better than Ranger mission burned in. Got a Love Tester. These normally sell pretty high. They're still pretty good earners. Little tiny Cabaret Monaco GP. Haven't seen it on. Looks like it came out of a barn. Dynamo Pedestal Cab. Not turning on. Set up for 2-button play. So we do get a lot of requests for these for the 6-button games, the fighting games, but they're big and kind of unwieldy and not necessarily the best for our purposes. And this one, of course, has seen better days. Fast and Furious Superbikes using the same engine as that Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift and just about 30 other Raw Thrills games. Not the most exciting, but they sell okay. Is this a Cruisin'? Yeah. Cruisin' USA trash. Comes with its own leaves and rust and dirt. I can't imagine this gets bid on or sells. Maybe if it turns on and the screens are mint. Got a House of the Dead 2 deluxe-ish, one gun. Terrible. God, let's make sure we don't buy this because it's going to be heavy, useless, and just certainly not as cool as playing the actual Sega cab. the normal cabinet. Off-Road Thunder, not a great game. Arctic Thunder, also not a great game, but I always love it for the fan. And look at this seat. Looks pretty nice seat. This could go to Free Play Denton for James to work on. he's giving me the thumbs up because he's in. No, he's not. He's shaking his head no. Off-Road Thunder. All right, Super 21. This is actually the only reason I'm here at the auction, guys. This is, no, not really, but this is actually a really fun kind of gambling style game that they put in kiddie arcades that has been steadily earning for like 20 years. Skee-Ball made it. It still has the ticket mech. It doesn't have whatever swipe mech that they were using before, so they pulled that off. But this is actually a really funny because, you know, everyone makes fun of these kiddie arcades, right, as like kids gambling. But then they're like, I don't know. But then this started popping up, and everyone was like, it's definitely kids gambling. Actually, this is one of my favorite games at all, like the Nickelcades or all of those. I love this thing. They don't have them plugged in right now, so it won't turn on. Chase HQ 2, great game. Would be better if there were two next to each other because you can link it. Well, I'm a big fan of the Chase HQ series. It looks okay, though. It looks pretty good. Good seat condition. Controls look okay. Says it was working. It's got that flat CRT in there. Could be maybe. Road Burners, Atari, not good. Tokyo Drift, not good. Stargate, this wasn't turning on, right? Oh, it's got collapse. Otherwise, the cabinet's in pretty good shape. Neo Geo Dynamo Conversion, Darkstalkers, hasn't turned on. CPS 2, maybe, who knows. Power Drift, great game. Love it, don't need any more. So that looks like the main arcade row, guys. So this is the first auction back since, I think, January. It's been a while, maybe December even. We got some gumball machines, some general redemption stuff. A good Wonder Wheel, Ticket Troopers, just your general kind of redemption stuff. The WinZone, these have been selling pretty high lately because they are kind of like self-contained redemption centers. We've seen those go pretty high. Whoa, fresh cotton candy. Hold on, guys. This looks pretty clean. Denton needs food. Maybe we'll get some fresh cotton candy. James is like, yes, this is what I want to maintain. Got a hot stuff redemption. Got a plush bus. If you combine it with those like 130 pounds of balls they have up there, you got a business. Pile Up, I have a soft spot in my heart because I owned one of these for a while. And I've owned stackers too, but for whatever reason, Pile Up was my jam. It's in kind of rough shape. We'll see if it turns on. These have been popping up at the auctions for a while. They're kind of like gambling, right? They're like gambling redemption style. You pick like your numbers beforehand with and you shoot balls and try to land in there, and then you see who wins. I don't fully understand how it works. If it turns on, who knows? This. So these things, same style machine, a little bit bigger. We've seen a lot of these get made, sold, and then turned into like one of those virtual pinballs with a big screen right here. So I'm sure this will sell for something. Not our style, not what we're gonna do. Got a Gottlieb Volley. I love these wedge head style pinballs, and the playfield actually looks really nice. The rest of it, no, not so much, but we won't be bidding on it. It's cool. Williams Space Shuttle has seen a lot of better days. Not great shape, but you know, cool pin that we won't be buying. Joker is another exact same situation. Like, there's mold and rust, and God, it's a cool game though. I would like it. Gottlieb Gladiators. So this is actually the tragedy, right? We've got like a cool, weird, awesome pinball in terrible shape here, and then a decent theme, but kind of a bad-ish pinball in good shape though. Like better shape than I've ever seen a Gladiators. So have they had these plugged in at all, James? That would be cool. Black Knight, of course, one of my favorites. We have one floating around in the collection. Don't need another, but a great game. This one has some serious kind of upper playfield quality issues, but you know, it's Black Knight. It's super old. It's older than me. I can't complain. I got quality issues too. Space Invaders, one of these really cool, ultra produced, like 10,000 plus produced wide body pins. That is a really, really cool pin. Not exactly our style. Kind of a maintenance heavy thing, especially to keep everything working. All the pop bumpers, all the switches on there. Not the most fun, but generally, you know, a cool pin that I love to see out in the wild. Not for us to maintain, but for other people to maintain. Got a, oh, this is really cool. This is like a it's a pinball, but it's a racing pinball. Like you shoot up there, you move your horse forward, that kind of stuff. Really kind of cool. It reminds me a lot of that. Like Dave and Buster's for a while had a ball game that was like a carnival style game that you'd race your friends, but they'd have a bartender whose their job was to run over there and they'd pick up the microphone and they'd be like, "We've got racer number 1 in the lead." I was like, yes. I didn't realize later that those bartenders must have just hated their lives because that's terrible. But that's how it worked, and that's kind of like what Derby Day is, just a much smaller version. They're working on it right now. So a Williams Major League, a cool pitch and bat game. It looks okay. It's got the cool figures at the top. Obviously not going to survive in a free play location. We've got, well, we've been trying pitch and bats for a while and have none on the floor right now, if that says anything. But really, really nice piece. And then an old Chicago coin. I don't know what it uses, a nickel maybe. Very, very cool. Fighting Irish, kind of standard. With the reversed flippers, you see this? This is cool. Very, very cool pin. Not gonna buy it today. Honestly, guys, there's not that much that we are super interested in. I mean, we're happy to see the auction come back. We got to show up. And we'll see if prices are super low on stuff. I don't know. Or super high and not buy too much. So don't expect a ton of bidding action. We're going to do our best to capture it. At least there's some variety, some interesting stuff. Track and fields. We've got that Cowboys. We got the Dig Dugs. Now, kind of more of our hardcore stuff. But that's our quick walkthrough. That's all that's here today. So lighter auction than normal. We're masked up. We're in a skating rink. Times are different. We're going to see how it goes. And when we pop back with you, whether it's on another video or whatever, we will start bidding. So look for that one. And thanks again for tuning in, guys.